All right, guys, we are live, and we're going to talk a little bit about our newest program called P90. I'm really excited tonight because I had Adam join us, and this is the first time he's ever been live on a call with me, so it's kind of exciting. And I think he's totally mad at me for making him do this, but
I'm excited.
It's good to get him out of his comfort zone, right? So, anyways, we're just going to talk about how P90 is really going to change the face of fitness in terms of who we can reach as coaches, or if you're a customer listening on interested in what P90 is, how it can change your fitness. You're probably listening in because maybe you've never been into fitness or you've never worked out in your life, and you're curious about what P90 is and maybe how it can help you. So before we get started into all of that stuff, I just want to quickly get into our perception of what P90 was before we went on our trip this past week to Scottsdale. When we were in Scottsdale, we got a chance to really listen and hear from Carl Deichler, our CEO, and then also Tony Horton, the creator of P90, and we also got to work out live with him through a P90 workout. So our perspective has definitely changed, but I first want to talk about where it was before we went there. I know for me personally, I thought it was going to be pretty lame, and I thought that it really wasn't going to do much in terms of reaching people. What did you think?
I didn't think it was going to be, for somebody like me who had been working out for a long time already. I figured it was directed more towards, people that haven't worked out for a long time, which it is, or older people that, need to work their way into it slow. But after doing the workout, I got a great workout.
Yeah.
Everybody there did, and I think that the workout we did there might have been a little more intense than what it is on the video.
Right.
But we did that this morning, and both of us.
We did day one this morning.
We did day one today.
Yeah.
And I was sweating, just as much as I do in other programs. Yeah. And I've been doing Body Beast, and I got a better sweat during this P90 than I did doing that. So.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good, and we'll kind of talk about how. I want you to kind of talk about how you're going to use it with your Body Beast program. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But so really, it was kind of cool to see our perspective change, because when you're kind of thinking something is, you just have it in your mind that something's going to be a certain way, and then it's just cool when you get to see it and experience it and hear from the people who created it and who put all this work into it, why it's so awesome. So why do we love it now? Like Adam kind of talked a little bit about how the workout was really good, but a few other things that I really loved, about it is the fact that it's so much less intimidating than P90X. So tons of you guys have done P90X, or maybe you've opened P90X and you do chest and back on day one, and then you go to day two and you do plyo. I know when we first did P90X, we couldn't even walk. Like, we probably shouldn't have been we had no business doing P90X. It's really extreme. And a lot of people, I think, go into those extreme workouts and have to modify, and they may hurt themselves or injure themselves. The great thing about this program is it's much less intimidating. It starts you really slow, and it's going to fill a huge gap for people that have just never worked out.
It starts slow, but you still get a good workout.
Right, right.
There's no reason after day one that anybody would want to not do the next day.
Right.
We got a good workout, but it wasn't so much that you're going to dread going into the next day.
Right.
And, doing P90X or Insanity or some of the more intense workouts, it's easy to just not want to do it again after the first day, even just because it's too hard for people that aren't already in good shape.
Mm-hmm. And, that's such a good point. Like, always wanting to go back and, being excited to do the next day, not like being super sore that you can't even get out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
You're scared to do the next day. Tony and Carl both talked a lot about the fact that we reached a huge market of people with P90X, with the P90X series, whether that was original X, X2, X3. We reached this huge market. But the cool thing is that was just a sliver of the market, and those are just people that were interested in extreme programs. With P90, the market is so much bigger. We have so much more reach. Who would you say this program can be for?
It's for anybody, really.
Yeah.
Any age group, I think that it could be beneficial if you're already doing other programs as well, in addition to an extreme program, if you want to do a little bit extra. which I think I'm going to do. I think I might do a little bit of this along with Body Beast, because I noticed after doing Body Beast that, you know, I'm not in as like athletic shape like I was before, because I haven't been doing as much cardio and jumping around and stuff. So I think this will be a nice way to get a little bit of that without overdoing it and burning up the muscle that I'm trying to gain at the same time.
So when you say athletic, you mean, like you said earlier when we were working out, like you just need to move more, like like you're like when you're lifting all the time, you're just like kind of stiff and just like so it like kind of gets your body moving and blood flowing and all that stuff. You know, and P90 not only is for that like situation, because I mean that's probably not the norm where people are just lifting. You know, that maybe may resonate with a few of you, but for a lot of you guys, or a lot of your clients, I know a lot of coaches are on this call too. A lot of your clients have never worked out, or they haven't worked out since high school. You know, they're not active. They don't have an active lifestyle. They work in a cubicle. They're sitting all day long. This program is going to help them move. Okay, it's just going to get them moving. It's going to get them started. The moves are super simple and easy. I don't know about you guys if you've done X3, but the first time we did some of the workouts with X3, we were like, what's going on here? Like we couldn't even keep up because the workout, the moves are just kind of crazy. I mean, you get them eventually after doing them a couple times, but with this, it's like super easy, pretty standard. You're going to have plenty of time to master the moves. So this program, P90, is for all beginners who have, never worked out, who haven't worked out for a while. It's for anybody that's failed P90X or Insanity. It's for anybody who maybe is recovering from an injury. Right? I think it would be good for someone who's like maybe, needs to take it slow, like just getting back into working out.
I mean, like, I have shoulder issues and back issues, and like it's low impact enough to where, I'm not doing burpees constantly, and like the way I am, like I'll push as hard as I can to keep up with the people on the program, and it's not always in my best interest to do that. I got injured a few times doing different programs because of that. And so this one, they're not doing hard enough moves to where you're going to hurt yourself.
Right. So. Which is awesome. And he's not saying that you're going to get injured doing other workouts. He just pushes himself past where he should really go.
Well, and it's because I have previous injuries from other things,
And because he's old, so just kidding. Okay, so again, tons of people out there that they don't even know where to start. Like, how many people ask you, like, I just don't know where to start, I've never worked out, I just don't know where to start. And we've got a great program like PYO that's low impact, but not everybody is maybe a Shalene fan, or not everybody wants to. Some of the PYO moves are pretty intense, right? It's really intense. The great thing about PYO is it's low impact, but it's not necessarily for beginners, right? There's a modifier, which is great, but this P90 program is really like functional fitness. And I mean, PYO is too, and I'm a huge fan of PYO, but this is just giving you a little something different. We have Tai Chen, but Tai Chen is like really for someone who is very immobile, right? That just really needs to get mobility back. So this is really going to fill a gap in our book of programs, and it's really going to help so many people just get started. And just like I said on my post earlier, just join the club. Like, we want you to be part of the P90 club. We want you to be part of the Beachbody club, and we want you to have a program that you're going to feel successful for. Feeling successful. One of the great things of why this program is going to work for you is because as you're working out and as you're doing a program, your body goes through some different phases. And I'm not the expert of this. Tony Horton was explaining this to us this weekend. But basically, there's a adaptive phase where your body is getting used to the moves, and then there's a mastery phase. And you have to be in the mastery phase for a certain amount of time in order to see gains in your body. And when extreme program like P90X or X3 that aren't ready for it, maybe that because they're too overweight to do it, or maybe they have some injuries, or they're just not mobile enough, or maybe their joints aren't moving right, or for whatever reason.
They're just not ready.
They're just not ready for it. They are always going to be in the adaptive phase. They're never going to master those moves in X or in X, in original X, right? So this program is going to help them master the moves much faster. And once they master the moves, they're going to see more gains. So they're actually going to get better results, or you are going to get better results as a beginner doing a less intense program than just saying, you know what, I can just do P90X. That's not how it works. I mean, really, you want to start slow. And do you want to kind of explain how the program's set up, like how they're going to master the moves?
Well, I mean, we haven't done much of it. We've done day one, but the way it was set up today, we did one round of moves and then repeated that same round of moves. So, the first time through a couple things, we weren't for sure about. It wasn't real tough, but by the second round, you already knew the moves, real well.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah. And you're going to do that same workout 2 or 3 times a week. So you're really going to master those moves. And that workout in particular that we did this morning was 25 minutes. Along with ab ripper X, which was...
It was 8 minutes.
8 minutes. So about a 30-minute workout. I mean, that's totally doable to fit in your day. Adam and I worked long hours when we did work at corporate America. He worked for Caterpillar, I worked for State Farm. He worked super early in the morning, and when we decided to do P90X, what time were we getting out of bed?
Probably 3:45,
yeah.
4 o'clock, 4 a.m.
So early. Like, we were pushing play at 4 a.m. So... and that sucked. I mean, we had to sacrifice. We had to go to bed early. We had to sacrifice some different things in our life, but we really wanted that to happen, so we made that sacrifice. P90X is an hour to an hour and a half long every day. If we would have had X3 or something like this that was 30 minutes a day, that would have probably made our life a lot easier. So no excuses in terms of not having time. You can find 30 minutes of your day to start your journey and just start feeling better. God, when you just move and get the blood flowing, you just feel so much better. I mean, you feel good. You just feel good when things are flowing better and your joints are working better. All of that. Anything else? Okay. Okay. So let's kind of go through the kit of what you're gonna get. So there is a sculpt. There is like some sculpting in P90 where you're either going to use weights or you can use a resistance band. So you can use a resistance band like this, and this actually comes with the program. So you don't have to buy any weights. There's no pull-up bars in P90. It's just either weights or resistance bands. And like I said, it comes with one resistance band. You can order different resistance, like what do they call that? Like, there's different bands,
different
weights in the resistance.
But this band comes with a piece that hooks right on your door, the door hinge, so it hooks right onto any door. And they do some of those exercises in the sculpt. We haven't done that yet, but okay.
So here's the program. What I love about this, and I don't know if you guys, it's really bright. What I love about this is that it's super compact. So there's not like a lot of packaging, right? So it's small. And the first thing that you pull out is it's the actual program. This is the DVDs where you can open it up and you can get all of your DVDs in here. It's a total of 4 DVDs. Okay, so you have 3 different phases, month 1, month 2, month 3, and they call it phase A, B, and C. Okay, and then what else do we have in here? We have some really cool stuff. So this is the meal plan. Gosh, that's really hard to see. Let me see if I can turn this off. You see that? No, it makes it worse. Anyways, so this meal plan is really great, and it's really it's really similar to how we eat. It's just a great meal plan. A lot of people are clueless on what to eat. That's what I love about Beachbody programs, is they always give you something, a meal plan. They give you that. Follow that. The meal plans are awesome. It's all clean, whole food. It's a really legit diet, And then it also comes with this 6-day shred, which I love. I love when programs come with this short, simple diet that kind of helps you just maybe do a jump start, either before you start P90 or maybe at the end when you want to cut and just really get lean and look really good. This is also great, coaches. This is really great for you, because if you want to do a new version of a 6-day clean eating plan, like free for your customers, you can pull it right from this book. So this is really cool. And then what's that?
So this is a schedule, and you have either, which you can't read it, but you can either do a sweat version, which is more cardio based, or sculpt version, which is more resistance based. And basically all there is, there's sweat A and sweat B for the first month, and you just alternate those back and forth every
Sweat
day.
A and Sculpt A.
Sweat A and Sculpt A.
Yeah. Sweat A and Sculpt A. And then in month 2, it's Sweat B and Sculpt B.
So you're doing one of those 3 times a week and the other 2 times a week. So the only difference between the Sweat and Sculpt is for Sculpt you'll help 3 times a week, and from the Sweat you'll do the Sweat 3 times a week.
Right.
And then you have 1 day of rest.
Yeah.
So 6 days.
So basically you have you do 3 different workouts during a 6-day period. Okay. On Saturday you always do something called a Saturday special. We haven't done that yet. It looks interesting, so we'll try that out. But you do the Saturday special every Saturday through the whole entire P90 program. So again, there is a lot of repetitiveness, and that is to create habits, and it's to create the mastery phase. So we want you to get the moves. The program is for you to master those moves. Okay. So that's kind of how that works and what the program's all about.
There's 3 ab rippers.
Oh yeah.
There's a different one of those for each month.
And I think you always do ab ripper 3 times a week. And like you said, it's like 8 minutes. It's short, just to give your abs a little sculpting. Okay, so now we are going to talk a little bit about a promotion that that they are doing, that Beachbody's doing for coaches. And this is really great. I mean, if you're a customer, you can stay on and listen to this. And it's just really kind of cool how Beachbody is paying it forward in so many different ways. When we were at Leadership, Carl and Tony, Carl's our CEO, and Tony is the creator of P90. They were just chit-chatting on stage, kind of like how Adam and I are. And they were talking about P90 and all this great stuff. And Carl had mentioned, had said that they were going to do something special, and Tony's father had passed away this summer. And so when Tony was going through his dad's records, he found out that his dad was donating to the Wounded Warriors Project, which is, like disabled veterans, right? That's like a Wounded Warriors thing. And that's near and dear to Tony's heart. He's really big into military bases, and he travels around military bases. So when he found out that his dad was donating to Wounded Warriors, it really touched his heart. Well, he had told Carl this story. So Carl decided that when P90 launched, for every P90 that is sold through the end of October, Beachbody's going to donate $5 to the Wounded Warrior Project in honor of Tony Horton Sr., so in honor of Tony's dad. And when Carl talked about that on stage, Tony had no idea that was coming, and Tony was really choked up. I mean, it was a pretty emotional thing, and it just goes to show really the heart of where Beachbody is and how they pay it forward in many other ways than here. Paying it forward, to the Wounded Warrior Project is a really cool thing. Another thing that they're doing with P90 is they're doing a campaign called P90 Everyone Helps One. So Carl challenged us as coaches to each find one person that we're going to help with P90. So one person out there that maybe has never said, yes, or yes, I want to get fit and healthy. We want to find one person that we can help with P90. So what they are doing what they want us to do is, I'm just pulling up on my phone so that I remember what it is. But basically, once you find your one person that you're going to help, you are going to post a picture with your person. Now, if your person is in California, long ways away, or wherever, like across the states, you can just make a collage of your picture and that person and the person you're helping, and you are going to post it on social media, on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, and you're going to say exactly, I'm paying it forward with P90. Is that hashtag? Hashtag it's your turn. Okay, so you're going to post this picture with yourself and the person you're helping, and you're going to say, I'm paying it forward with P90, hashtag it's your turn. And then you're going to tag the person you're helping. Okay, what that's going to do is Beachbody's going to randomly select tons of winners from that, and they're going to be doing lots of giveaways, lots of prizes, which we always love prizes. So there's going to be Tony Horton's going to give 3 people a video shout out on Facebook. There are going to be 3 people who win the entire P90 and P90X and P90X2 and P90X3 series, like all of those programs, all signed by Tony Horton. 3 people are going to win P90 wear and share. So win, like, you know, if you're a girl, like a P90 tank top, or a guy, a P90 shirt or whatever. And then 1 person is going to be selected to have Tony Horton come to their house and work out at their house with them live. So
with as many people as they want.
Yeah, with as many people as they want. So, like, if we won, we would be like inviting everybody in Door County to come work out 2090. Because God knows Door County in Wisconsin needs some P90. So if you're listening, you know I'm talking to you. So the point of this is you have to do that hashtag, it's your turn. Right? Is that what the hashtag was? Hashtag, it's your turn. Or did it have P90 in it? Sorry, guys, I should know this. Man, this is a terrible picture, huh? Okay, so it's I'm paying it forward with P90, it's your turn. Okay, so you want to get as many entries in that as possible. Of course, we're challenging everybody to just get 1. Just focus on finding 1 person that's going to benefit from P90. There are 220,000 Beachbody coaches. Think of what that can do if all of us just got 1. The power of 1 is so huge, it creates the compound effect, right? So if we all just commit to helping 1, we can make a huge difference. Even if you're listening to this and you're not a coach, you can help just 1 person. You can inspire your spouse or your sister or your mom or dad or a coworker to do this with you, okay? It's amazing what the power of paying it forward can do for people, and how that makes you feel when you pay it forward to someone and help someone find fitness and health and wellness in their life. So with that said, I think that's done. I think we're done. I mean, do we want to say anything else or chat anything else?
I think that's about it.
Okay. So So yeah, I really think that for all of you guys, you know, that are listening, that are coaches, that maybe are really into more extreme workouts, I really think also that you committing and investing in this program is just going to help you understand what this program is about, and it's going to help you maybe just add something that's low intense cardio to your routine. For Adam, it's going to work really well, like he said, because it's keeping his heart rate low. So it's not burning muscle, it's burning fat. It's in that fat burning zone, especially for me too. I really like that. So Adam and I are committing to P90. Even though we've done many extreme workouts, we're committing to it. And we're going to do it, and we're going to start a couple challenge groups. I know Adam's going to do a guys-only challenge group, and I'm going to do whoever wants to be my challenge group. So, you know, if you guys are interested, if you're listening and you're a customer and you're interested in this, let me know. If you're a coach, we'll have much more information on the team page throughout the next couple days. P90 launches tomorrow on September 23rd. I guess we can talk about pricing, huh? So the P90 will be launched with Shakeology and what we called a challenge pack. So that will be launched tomorrow, launched at the $160 price. P90 alone by itself, without Shakeology, is going to be $80, I believe. I need to confirm that. But you know, speaking of Shakeology and adding it in, Shakeology has just totally changed our lives in terms of how we feel and our nutrition. And I know for me, like I just know that for myself and Adam, when we drink it, we're getting something good in our body every day. No matter if we eat healthy or not, we're always getting something good. There's always that consistency of Shakeology in our bodies. And I know that that's true for my clients too. I know my clients are going to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't expect anybody to be perfect. But if I know that they're drinking Shakeology every day, I know that they're doing something good for their body. So we totally 100% believe in Shakeology. If you have any questions about that, let us know. I highly recommend that you get it in the combo pack. It just makes so much more sense. Mm-hmm. And one thing I just saw, as coaches, when you're posting the picture of yourself and your client that you're paying it forward with P90, it's actually, again, I want to just say this, make this very clear. I'm paying it forward with hashtag P90, hashtag it's your turn. Okay, so the hashtag is the P90 and then hashtag it's your turn. So you have to have both of those hashtags on there for it to count. and it has to say, and I'll post this on the team page, I'm paying it forward with hashtag P90, hashtag it's your turn, and then tag the person that you're helping. So let's all help one. Let's all commit to helping one. Let's all commit to the program. Let's all get it in our libraries, and let's all check it out. It's going to be an awesome program, and it truly is going to fill a much-needed gap in our program list, and for all of the people that have just never said yes, that have just been scared or intimidated to join one of our groups. This is their turn. It is your turn to say yes, and it is your turn to and start to build the confidence in yourself again. So I hope that you join us on this journey with P90. And then, you know, over time, we're going to get you into X3 and get you working up to that. So anyways, hope you guys have an awesome night. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk soon. For my team, I'll see you guys tomorrow on the team call. See you soon.